to get into a political argument with anyone or cause any issues. But we're going to drink some peach beer and just spit some facts. I was scrolling through Facebook earlier when I saw one of my female Facebook friends minging on because Trump's president. I just wanted to fucking puke. The whole thing was, oh, nobody cares about women. Our voices are silenced. No one cares about our daughters. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Here's the thing of it. Women and men are placed, YouTube, in certain expectations. Whether you like it or not, women and men have their gender-based roles. And if you expect women to fulfill their gender-based roles, you're automatically called a sexist. And if she can't do it, she's coddled and told, it's okay, sweetheart. Yes, queen, slay. Fuck the patriarchy. You don't need to fulfill anything to make anyone else happy. But when men cannot fulfill the same gender-based expectations for their half of the arguments, they get told you're a fucking pussy and you need to man up. Facts. Now, hypothetical, let's say Kamala Harris did theoretically win the election. If I complained about it, the first thing people would say is, oh my God, you're a raging sexist, racist piece of shit. And that's exactly why the Democrats elected her, thank you. It's all about woke points, man. Facts. It's all about woke points with these assholes. Pack me a dip. Man, I haven't had a dip of chew in a hot minute. 1 second. Copenhagen makes you feel alright. No, seriously, if Kamala Harris had won, honestly, I would have celebrated it just the same as Trump's victory is a victory for women everywhere, but it's not going to happen. Sexism does play a huge part of why it's not going to happen, but that's not the only fucking issue. Oh, that's the stuff. 1 second. The other half of it is because society expects men to do everything. Back when I was just saying gender-based expectations, well, for men, we're expected to pay for everything, do everything, fight for our country, be able to fix the car, fix the house. Our masculinity is measured by how much crap we can do with our hands. And when you got a fucking society that likes to expect men to do everything, so as a result, men run everything, then you complain because society's sexist. Pick a lane. Now, there are certain people in my life that are not the biggest Trump supporters, so I don't want to argue with them on that. But the way I look at it, man, you can spend the next 4 years crying yourself to sleep every night because Trump's president. Or you could take a deep breath, say it's going to be okay, we'll just play it out and see how it plays out. I know what y'all going to say, but Trump's this, Trump's that, Trump's a fucking blah, 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 blah. You want to accuse Trump of all the allegations of rape and shit? And it's like, okay. First of all, I don't care how powerful the man is. If you are in a serious situation where you are a survivor, report that shit immediately. It does not do you any fucking good to be a survivor and then 20 years down the road, you know what I'm saying, you come out and well, so-and-so did this and that. Furthermore, it's not seen as rape when men get raped. You want to talk some real shit, Facebook? When men get raped by women, they don't see it as rape. They're like, bro, you got laid. All men are pigs. All men are sexist. All men are rapists. So all men want is sex. So how is it rape when it happens to a guy? Fuck you. And if Kamala Harris had screamed, grab him by the penis and fuck the patriarchy, you couldn't give her shit for it because then you'd be slut-shaming. On top of that, Facebook, women, when they sexually harass men, we kind of gotta take it on the chin with that shit. It's not seen as sexual harassment when women do it to men. It's like, oh, she's coming on to you, bro. Why don't you like her? Is she too fat for your taste, you body-shaming piece of shit? No, it's because you can't handle a strong woman. Now, when women cannot fulfill their gender-based roles, they're told, it's okay, sweetheart. Yes, queen, slay. Now, you don't gotta fulfill, those are all sexist expectations for women. Fuck the patriarchy. And I'm sitting here like, well, if you want to fuck the patriarchy, I'm right here. Can I take you out for a drink? It's never seen as sexist when you expect men to perform their manly duties, go to war, be able to fix cars, build a house, do shit with your hands, man shit. And no one cares about men's feelings or men's wants or needs. Men are being told you gotta do everything, pay for everything, bear the weight of the world on your shoulder and show no emotion for it. Otherwise, you're a pussy. And you wonder why suicide rates are higher amongst men than they are in women, because no one gives a shit about men. Nobody. Nobody. The second I heard Kamala Harris say everyone just needs to be woke, I was like, fuck that. Woke culture is so goddamn toxic. Everyone wants to call Trump a fucking racist, and I'm like, yeah, but didn't he fucking Google it? When he bought the Mardi Gras club in Florida, he sued the fuck out of that club in that city in Florida because they did not let blacks or Jewish people into the club. So he changed that policy. Like, literally comparing Trump to the next Hitler just because you don't like Trump, that's an insult to Jewish people who voted for him. And if Trump's the next Hitler, where's his little Charlie Chaplin mustache? How come Trump doesn't have a concentration camp with 6 million dead Jews in it? Go ahead, I'll wait. But you want to call Trump a rapist? I'm like, that's your opinion. If these women are now suddenly coming out of fucking nowhere 20 years later and saying, oh yeah, he did this, he did that. It's like, well, if you are a survivor of that unfortunate event, you need to report it as soon as it happens. But these women, they're probably scared of his money and they don't want any trouble, so they just, you know what I'm saying? If that's the case, that's fucked, but in all honesty though, report it as soon as it happens. I don't care how powerful the man is. Also, fuck rape. Now, if Kamala Harris had won the election and I complained about it, the first thing people would say is, oh my God, you're a female-hating, fucking racist, sexist piece of shit. And before I get into my next part of this discussion, women and men both have privilege, and women and men are both oppressed in their own separate ways. That being said, if women hate Trump, then I can't sit there and say, that's because you're a femcel, man-hating cunt. You'd lose your shit. What kills me about it is that you expect men to do everything and run shit, but then as soon as we do, it's sexist because men run everything. Pick a lane. And on top of that, nothing you can do about it. It's all political agenda, man. If you hate Trump, you're going to deliberately seek out the things that make him look bad. If you hate Kamala, you're deliberately going to seek out the things that make her look bad. Who that dipper is kicking my ass? Sorry about that, Facebook. I got a little bit of that chew spit in my stomach and it fucking made me it. Anyways, YouTube, Facebook, social media. One of my female Facebook friends who shall remain anonymous posted something on her Facebook page about how nobody cares about women. No one cares about our daughters. Our voices are silenced. Just basically going off about how she dislikes that Trump's president. I'm like it or not, you're stuck with him for the next 4 years. So, you can spend every day crying yourself to sleep at night, or you can take a deep breath and say, it's going to be okay, we'll just see how it plays out. The second I heard Kamala Harris say everyone needs to be woke, I wanted to fucking puke. Fuck woke culture. Originally, woke culture started off as a movement for black people to gain more equality, and a bunch of white, bitchy-ass white women hijacked it, and now everyone wants a piece of the pie, so to speak. Originally, woke culture was a good idea, but then it devolved into a political shit show. And now either you're too woke or you're not woke enough, and it's so stupid. I fucking hate woke culture. It's like, yeah, well, Trump's a rapist and a convicted felon. Well, if he's any of those things, then how come he's our president? And if you're the survivor of rape, then you should definitely go forward and report that shit as soon as it fucking happens. It doesn't do you any good to, report it 20 years later when it's like conveniently, oh, hey, look, this man's the president of the United States. I could get a lot of money if I sue his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not. Like, it's all political agenda, dude. Like I said, if you fucking look for the shit that makes Trump look bad, you're gonna see it. If you look for the shit that makes Kamala look bad, you're gonna see it. It's all an algorithm, and it's all just disgusting. If you don't like Trump, that's fine, but you're not going to convince Trump supporters to hate him and vice versa, dude. So it's like, you know what? Fuck off with it. Like, I don't know how else to explain it, Facebook. I don't want any political drama or bullshit with fucking my Facebook friends. This is not a political rant so much as it is just a rant in general about the state of things. Women are being told that you don't have to fulfill your gender-based expectations because that's sexist. But men are being told you better do it and man up, otherwise you're not a real man. And it's disgusting. Like, if a man gets raped by a woman, unheard of, I know, they don't see it as rape. They're like, dude, you got laid, fist bump. How is it rape when all men want is sex? All men are rapists, all men are creeps, all men are assholes. But don't you dare say all women are da-da-da-da XYZ because that's offensive. That's sexist. And the only reason the fucking Democrats picked Kamala Harris for the nomination as vice president is so they could flex, the racism, sexism card. Oh, you don't like her? So automatically that makes you a racist and a sexist. So I'm not allowed to have my own political opinion without being personally attacked. And that's pretty much how both sides operate, dude. And it's like, as a nation, as a society, can we have our own political opinions without being critiqued, attacked? And if you're with people who don't support your guy, your candidate, then shut the fuck up about it. There's a reason why I don't get into politics with certain people in my life because I'd rather shoot myself in the goddamn foot. I get more out of it. And it's just fucking sad that how the hatred for Trump divides our country. One man has so much fucking hate. And whenever the shit that comes out about Trump, it's all fake news. It's all fake news, right? So then when you throw the allegations at the other side, you know what they say? The same shit. It's all propaganda. It's gonna be okay, man. It's like, okay, if Trump's a convicted felon, then quite honestly, fucking, you know what I'm saying? Then he'd be in jail right now. You want to call him a silver spoon fed, blah, 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 blah. You're just jealous of his money. It's what it is. If you had the kind of fuck you cash that Trump had, you wouldn't be complaining. So talk all the shit about Trump you want to talk. I don't care. If I see it, I'll pretty much ignore it. But a lot of people on Facebook are posting their 2 cents like they're so important. That's what kills me about social media. Is everyone thinks their opinion matters more than everyone else's. And quite frankly, I'm sick of it. And unless you're a YouTube celebrity like I am, your opinion doesn't matter jack shit. And I'm not here to fucking cause drama or an argument on Facebook. all the allegations going towards Trump. And you know for a fucking fact that if there were a bunch of rape allegations against Kamala Harris, nobody would believe her nobody would believe it because she's a female. Seriously, you want to talk some real shit, Facebook? If Kamala Harris had a bunch of rape allegations thrown at her, nobody would believe it because the idea of a female being a rapist, when the stereotype that faces us men is that all men are rapists, all men are sexist, all men want is sex, blah, blah, blah. I'm sick of it. How, like, society can expect men to do everything, pay for everything, build a house, fix the car, go to war. If you can't do shit with your hands, you're not a real man. You know what I'm saying? This toxic culture that seems to, like, not give a shit about men. That's what it is. And you know why people give a shit about... So when I see people on Facebook saying nobody cares about women, that we're never going to be a strong leader, just another voice in the background, I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Nobody cares about men's feelings. You expect us to run everything, and as soon as we do, you bitch because it's sexist. And you want to know why people give a shit about what women have to think and say? Because they want pussy, dude. That's what it is. And they think, oh, if we pretend to give a shit. I'm like, dude, you should give a shit about their opinions regardless if you get sex or not. But that's beside the point. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Also, fuck sexism, fuck racism, power to the people. You can spend the next couple of 4 years crying yourself to sleep at night, going, and watching the fucking libtard Democrats losing their crap over Trump being president is hashtag priceless. And if even Kamala Harris, sincerely, if Kamala Harris would have won the election, I would have been a good sport about it. But, like, you know, not every Trump supporter is a radical right-wing asshole. Trump cannot control what his supporters do. And the hatred for Trump and the jealousy of his money and wealth and, you know, status in society is what's dividing our country. That's just my opinion. You can't have a political opinion without someone getting offended. So if you're in a group of people that don't support your candidate, then don't bring up politics. I have several people on Facebook that I'm friends with that do not align with my political belief. So therefore, fuck off. I don't talk about it with them then. Also, fuck rape.